Hello friends, how are you? A very good evening to everyone. Friends, just make me sure that if I'm audible to everyone so that we can start off with the class, start off with the session that is going on. Just make me sure that I'm audible so that we can be continuing. Okay. So what is important in this regard of UPSC, I personally believe, is that the more you practice, the more you will be able to solve the questions in a very, very good way. Loading notes. Therefore, it becomes important that you revise it time and again. Just hold on, friends. And therefore, it is important that we are able to do the things in a comprehensive manner. We are able to do other things comprehensively. Just hold on so that we can start afresh. It would be a continuation of where we have left yesterday. And first, so it would be a continuation of where we have left yesterday, and it is very fundamental that we get this thing very, very clearly. Approximately 40 क्वेश्चन के आसपास कल हमने कर लिए थे. द रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस आर पेंडिंग. विल ट्राई टू फिनिश approximately 80 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम टुडे. आज जितने मैक्सिमम क्वेश्चंस 60 क्वेश्चंस आज क्वेश्चन ख़त्म करने की कोशिश करेंगे. The first thing is that Unacademy Summit is going to take place. It is being held 26, 27 and 28. That is there. That is, summit would be held in June. Hello Ajit. And therefore it is important that you take participation in this summit. Participation in the summit, this is one of the greatest summit that you can imagine, you can think of. Great personalities are coming in this summit to help you, to guide you so that you can be in a position to better prepare for the exam. It will be a 3 insightful days which is being conducted at Unacademy platform. 56 talks and panel discussions are taking place. 56 iconic speakers are there. 29 hand-on workshops are being there, which are being organized from 26, 27 to 28 in association with the Hindu group. Great speakers, as was explained yesterday, for example, Pranab Mukherjee. Good evening, Kuljit is coming. Jairam Ramesh, Rajkumar Rao, Kapil Dev, Kiran Bedi, Shashi Tharoor, then DP Agarwal, the ex-UPSC chairman, Armstrong Pame, Prashant, Rupa, Sanjukta, Vipul, Shabi, and Rajuta, etc. Any number of people are coming to guide you. Therefore, do attend and do register for the summit. And if you have not registered for the summit as of now, you can register it now itself. इस code को आप follow करिए, इस code को आप scan करिए, and therefore you can register yourself by scanning on this code. अभी आप register कर सकते हैं अपने आप को if you have not registered as of now. It's very, very important summit that is taking place. बहुत बार जैसे मैं कल भी बता रहा था, कई बार कैसा होता है कि किसी इंसान की एक एडवाइस आपको पूरी लाइफ के लिए काम कर जाती है. इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट टू टेक द एडवाइस फ्रॉम द एक्सपर्ट्स हु हैव बीन डीलिंग इन देयर फील्ड. And who better can be the expert? For example, when you get diverse opportunities to listen to the great people who are coming. अलग अलग लोगों को अलग अलग एक्सपीरियंस का आपको सुनने का मौका मिल रहा है. This is the first thing that is there. The second thing that is there, now what is important in this regard is basically that we need to understand that why UPSC, there would be approximately 11 different sessions which are being held just regarding why UPSC. That is the first thing that is there. Second thing that is important in this regard is that what has to be the journey for the preparation of UPSC. क्या आपने जर्नी क्या फॉलो करनी है यूपीएससी 8 different events would be there concentrating on this only. Then how can Unacademy be acting as a perfect partner to you? How can Unacademy help you? How can Unacademy guide you in this regard? How you can be a leader? Be a leader. 3 events. Aftermath of a failure, 2 events. Discussions and workshops, other thing. 34 workshops are being organized. Therefore, it becomes important and fundamental that you should be very much concerned about this event that is taking place. Those students who want to join the plus platform, बहुत सारे students हैं जो plus platform को join करना चाह रहे हैं. आप हो सकते हैं, आपके दोस्त हो सकते हैं, and it can be anyone who is there. Whenever you are thinking of joining the plus platform, do use the referral code Maluka Sir YT. Or Maluka Sir YouTube. YT means YouTube, as we are watching the class, conducting the class on YouTube. Very easy to remember. Or you can also use the referral code Maluka10, whatever you think is comparatively more comfortable for you, to get a 10% discount on all the courses which are being run on the Plus platform. You can also be there in touch with me. For example, phone number 99101 33084. You can WhatsApp me. I've created a separate group for the Unacademy student to help you clear the exam in a comparatively better way, to guide you in this regard. I'm also there on the Telegram and formed a group for that, for Telegram, by the name Maluka Sir के नाम से group बनाया हुआ है. के नाम से. So we are there to help you out in different ways, provided you are also there to take 100% of what we are giving. So make an attempt, only attempt this one that should be counting, be it 2020 or 2021, जो आप best तरीके से count करना चाह रहे हैं. Make this as the attempt and this as the last attempt, so that इसके बाद आपको तैयारी करने की जरूरत आपको ना पड़े. Before we start off with this class, if there is any doubt regarding anything, then just please let me know in this regard. There are n number of students who take various guidance from different educators, and definitely they are succeeding also in overcoming the problems which they are facing. काफ़ी हद तक उनके प्रॉब्लम्स ओवरकम करने के लिए अलग अलग एजुकेटर्स, उनके असिस्टेंट्स उनको हेल्प, उनको काम करने की कोशिश करते हैं, हेल्प करने की. Therefore, it becomes important in this regard that we follow the strategy that has been formulated by them and implemented by them to a great success. Now we would be moving to various questions which are coming up, and try to give as many answers as possible. जितने answers आप दे सकते हो उतने answers आप देने की कोशिश करिए. And if there is any doubt, anything you want to ask from your side to me, I'm open to all the questions, as the guidance is very much important to clear the exam, and we are there to guide you on the similar aspects only. So we would be starting our question answer session from question number 38, as 37 questions were already covered by us in the previous session that is there. From 38 questions से हम वो question number से start करेंगे. The first question that we would be taking up here is, in pre-independent India, journals with the name Bande Mataram was started, published by, and the options that are available to us are Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, Lala Lajpat Rai, and Vipin Chandra Pal. Which of the options are correct in this regard for question number 38? ट्राई टू गिव ऑल द आंसर्स एज मच एज पॉसिबल, चाहे आपको वो आ रहा है कॉम्प्रहेंसिवली या नहीं आ रहा है, उसका आंसर देने की कोशिश करिए, बिकॉज अगर गलत भी दोगे देन यू वुड बी इन अ पोजीशन टू नो कि हाँ गलत क्या है और सही क्या है वो आपको पता लगेगा. For question number 38, it is A that is the answer. The published Bande Mataram by the name. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, who wrote the song Bande Mataram, that was basically inspired by which the Bipin Chandra Pal, he decided to start a patriotic journal in August 1906 by the name Bande Mataram. Second, Lala Lajpat Rai started a Urdu daily by the name Bande Mataram from Lahore, which boasted huge circulations also. It is the first edition was basically confiscated by the police, and later on appeal was to be made to the higher court against this in this regard. Question 39. Fungi can be used for, and the options that are available to in this regard are बहुत important question है. Therapeutic purposes, pest control in agricultural fields, bioremediations, and improving the photosynthetic efficiency of the crop. Which of the following options are correct in this regard? It is D that is the answer. When we talk about fungi, it is used for all these purposes in this regard. They induced systemic resistance to disease, can increase substantially to resistance, basically to avoid stress that are there. They also help in the position to improve the efficiency of nitrogen use that can be made in this regard. Frequently increase the plant growth also. All of these processes require energy, and these fungi induced improved photosynthesis efficiency in the plants also. Certain mushrooms, they enjoy usage of as therapeutics in folk medicines, such as traditional Chinese medicines which are there. In agriculture, it may be useful if they actively compete for the nutrients and space with various pathogenic microorganisms such as bacteria or other fungi that is existing. For example, certain fungi may be used to eliminate or suppress the growth of the harmful plant pathogens, such as insects may be there, mites may be there, weeds may be there, or nematodes may be there, etc. They has been shown to basically biomineralize uranium oxides, suggesting that they may also be used for application in bioremediations of radioactively polluted sites in this regard. Question 40. Why ozone does not contribute to the warming of atmosphere near the Earth's surface? First, it is not stable near the Earth's surface. Second, it can contribute to warming only where the weather phenomenon is absent. Sun rays near Earth's surface do not contain ultraviolet rays, and D, both 1 and 2. What can be the answer for this question? It's a very, very important question. मैं repeat करता हूँ. Why ozone does not contribute to warming of atmosphere near the Earth's surface? The first, it is not stable near the Earth's surface. Second, it can contribute to warming only where weather phenomenon is absent. And third and fourth are clear. Question 40, it is A that is the answer. The first option is correct. The oxygen we find in our atmosphere is made up of 2 atoms of oxygen O2. Because of its chemical formulation, the single atom is bound to be unstable. That is, it want to combine with something else in that regard. That is why oxygen is almost always found in the pairs only diatomic forms, where it is more stable. When you talk about O3, O3 is even less stable than O2 because it wants to return to the diatomic state by giving an extra oxygen atom that it is having. The second is incorrect because the ozone has the same chemical structure whether it is found in the stratosphere or the troposphere, or and has also the same warming potential in that regard. The third option is wrong because the ultraviolet rays which are there, they do not cause a warming, or infrared does on the other hand. Ultraviolet नहीं करते, infrared rays करती है. Next, which of the following phenomenon can be described with the help of electromagnetism? And the options that are available to us are friction, rainbows and lightning. बहुत important question है, NCERT से लिया गया है. Which of the following phenomenon can be described with the help of electromagnetism? पहला है friction, दूसरा है rainbow, and third is basically lightning. इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिज्म के किस हेल्प से आप कर सकते हो? फ्रिक्शन, रेनबो एंड लाइटनिंग. It is D, that is the answer of the question. All three in this regard are basically caused due to electromagnetism, that is a fundamental force that is found in nature. Friction. The electromagnetic force is the force which will be holding the atoms together and keeps the electron from flying off somewhere away from the atom nucleus that may be existing. Rainbow is caused by reflection, refraction and dispersion of the light, basically in the water droplets that are taking place. And that water droplets will be basically resulting into a spectrum of lightning light that is appearing into the sky, rainbow. Lightning, it is an electrostatic discharge that travels between the two charged regions. The question has been taken from chapter 11 of the 8th class NCERT that is there. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, ऐसे क्वेश्चन फ्रेंड्स बहुत बार यूपीएससी में डायरेक्टली पूछे जाते हैं. इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट सो दैट वी शुड बी डूइंग दीज क्वेश्चंस. The next question. To become a law, a bill passed by the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha must be approved by. अगर लॉ बनाना है तो बिल हैज टू बी अप्रूव्ड इन दिस रिगार्ड बाय. पहला है स्पीकर, दूसरा है ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी, द थर्ड इज वाइस प्रेसिडेंट and the fourth is president. Which of the following options are correct in this regard? Yes, very good. It is C, that is the answer. The third option is correct. The President of India is a part of the Parliament, although he or she is not a member of the either house. That is why all laws that are made in the house come into force only after. विकी वही थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल टीम को आज असिस्ट करना थोड़ा रह गया. नेक्स्ट क्लास में प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी. दैट इज़ द रीज़न विकी कि मैं उसको साथ वाली जगह पे जो खाली जगह है वहाँ पे भी उस क्वेश्चन को लिख देता हूँ और पॉइंट्स को लिख देता हूँ और उसको क्वेश्चन को 2 बार पढ़ देता हूँ. एक्चुअली आई वॉज वेरी मच बिजी, तो उनको कन्वे करना रह गया आज बात ये. तो कल जो टुमारो इट वुड क्लास उसमें नहीं होगी. आज थोड़ा सा एडजस्ट कर लो, रिक्वेस्ट है. बट द क्वेश्चंस आर ऑफ रियली ऑफ अ हाई क्वालिटी. आपको क्वेश्चंस में प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी. दैट इज़ व्हाट आई कैन एश्योर. The first option is incorrect because the Speaker of Lok Sabha has to endorse a certain money bill when they are sent to the President. He need not give the advice, give his assent to the bill to get it passed. Third is incorrect because the same is true for the Vice President Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Haji, good evening. Second is incorrect because a bill is referred to the Joint Parliamentary Committee for examining the controversial provisions in the bill that are taking place. The Parliament consists of two houses, जैसे बताया था, लोक सभा और राज्य सभा. Question 43. Extratropical storms are different from tropical storms in which way? And the options that are available to us are: moisture is carried in lower atmosphere in case of tropical storm, whereas it is carried in upper atmosphere in the extratropical storm. Second, the tropical storms bring rain while extratropical storms do not bring rain. Third, the extratropical storms are caused due to easterly trade winds, whereas the tropical storms are caused without any trade wind. And D, none of the above. Which of the following options are correct in this regard? Extratropical storms are different from tropical storms. First option tha, moisture is carried in the lower atmosphere in case of tropical storms, where it is carried in the upper atmosphere in the extratropical forms. B, C and D. What is the option that is correct? It is A, that is the answer in this regard. Moisture is carried in the lower atmosphere. The second is incorrect because both storms are comparatively considered as responsible to the rain to bring rain. The third is incorrect because the extratropical storms are caused due to jet streams and they not due to the lower atmospheric circulations. The extratropical storms are global rather than localized. The phenomenon with moisture easily carried in the upper atmosphere. When you talk about the subcontinent, the moisture is sometimes shed as the rain. When the storms continue, they counter the Himalayan region. Next. Consider the following statement regarding the social life during the Gupta period. Very, very important question. And the option that is there, that is possible in this regard are: the practice of untouchability was abolished during Gupta period. Second, the women were prohibited from studying the religious texts like the Puranas. Most of the Gupta kings encouraged Brahmanism. Which of the following options are correct in this regard? कौन कौन सी ऑप्शन करेक्ट है? It is B, that is the which of the following are correct? The first statement is incorrect because the practice of untouchability was not abolished. Not only untouchability continued, but other problems which were there, their problems, for example, sati and other things, they also increased. The women were prohibited from studying the religious texts like the Puranas. Third, the most of the Gupta kings they encouraged Brahmanism. This is also a correct statement. And Brahmanism reigned supreme in the context of that both the branches, Vaishnavism and Shaivism, they were there. And the rituals according to them, for example, Ashwamedh sacrifice and other things were also undertaken in this regard itself. Next, in the history of India, why earliest Tamil composition are known as Sangam? The first option that is correct is these texts were the meeting of the best of the ancient wisdom and contemporary values. B. The poets composing the text named it so. C. They were composed in the city of Sangam. And D. They were composed and compiled in assemblies of the poets which were known as Sangam. हो जाता है कभी कभी परेशान करो. What is the answer for 45? It is D, that is the answer, yes. They were basically composed around 2300 years ago. That deals with emotional and material topics such as love, war, governance, trade, and other things. They talks about various popular memories that are there and they are still being relevant in the hearts and mind of people. Question 46. Consider the following statement regarding the Sangam literature and choose which of the following statements are correct in this regard. It is primarily secular in nature. Second, the women poet did not participate in composing the literature. Third, it does not deal with the matters of governance. Which of the following options are correct in this regard? It is C, that is the answer. The first statement is correct. The second and the third statements are wrong in this regard. Women, they also participated in this. The literature were composed by both men and women from various professions and classes which are coming. It deals with various matters. It also, for example, war, governance, trade, with ethics, virtues, love, wealth, etc. सबके साथ deal करता है. Question 47. The earliest viharas were built by the Buddhist monk and nuns because it was to be the central place for all monks and nuns for meditation and contemplation. Second, it served as a permanent shelter for the wandering monks and nuns during the rainy season. Third, it served as a center for the propagation of the Buddhist ideas. Fourth, it was used to organize the Sangh. बताओ जी, earliest viharas किस काम के लिए यूज किए जाते थे? It is basically B, that is the answer. It served as a shelter place. बारिश के टाइम के ऊपर viharas were basically the places where they take the shelters. Resting times होता था. When they used to move from one place to another place, but when the rainy season appears, वो viharas पे इकट्ठे एक जगह पे होके रहते थे. They were basically known as various monasteries in that regard, and those monasteries जहाँ पे monks and nuns रहते थे, for various reasons they were referred to as viharas. Question 48. In the 18th century of Indian history, What was the practice of ijaredari? Using revenue farmers for the collection of the state revenue. Second, association of merchants and bankers in management of central Mughal treasury. Third, auctioning of the right to collect taxes by the British to the highest bidder. And D, military petition of the state of the Mughal state being given on the basis of patronage and not merit. हाँ वो इम्पोर्टेंट हो जाता है. It is C, that is the answer. इजारेदारी एक सिस्टम था जो इंट्रोड्यूस किया था बाद में बैरन हेस्टिंग ने भी. अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस द राइट टू कलेक्ट रेवेन्यू कौन कलेक्ट करेगा? जो ये बोलेगा ऑक्शनिंग होगी, जो ऑक्शनिंग में बोलेगा मैं सबसे ज़्यादा आपको लैंड रेवेन्यू कलेक्ट करके देता हूँ, तो उसको बिडिंग दी थी, बोली लगाई जाती थी. Their basic purpose was to collect maximum amount of money or collect maximum amount of revenue or collect maximum amount of the produce from the peasants, and therefore the peasants were exploited by the contractors and they used to extract the maximum amount of revenue because वो अपना profit करना चाह रहे थे. इस सिस्टम को बोलते हैं इजारेदारी सिस्टम. 49. Buddha Charit written by Ashwaghosh is a treatise of all Buddhist teachings, critical commentary on Buddhist ideas on Mahayana, a biography of Gautam Buddha, a treatise drawing parallel between the Buddhist teaching and the Vedic ideas. बुद्ध चरित बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बुक है बुद्धिज्म के कंटेक्स्ट में. अश्व घोष ने लिखी थी. किसके बारे में क्या बताती है बुद्ध चरित? It is basically considered as a biography of Buddha. Very very important book that was composed in the early 2nd century BC, जिससे बहुत ज़्यादा important book है. Also considered as the Sanskrit Mahakavya, that is basically a style of on the life of Gautam Buddha by Ashwaghosh. Question 50. With respect to Exim Bank of India, consider the following statements. The options that are available to us are: it was established in 1892 as the apex financial institution for financing, facilitating and promoting India's international trade. Second, it is regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. Which of the following options are correct? And friend says, as the situation in the consideration of coronavirus is increasing and deteriorating, the deaths are increasing. It's very very important you need to protect yourself. बहुत देशों में बहुत बुरा हाल हो रहा है, इंडियन स्टेट्स में भी बहुत बुरा हाल हो रहा है. Then the numbers must be definitely friends very very high. आप भी इस बात को मानते होंगे कि नंबर काफ़ी ज़्यादा हाई होगा. It is because the testing is not being done properly, जिसकी वजह से हमें टेस्टिंग प्रॉपरली नहीं हो रही. टेस्टिंग सब लोगों की नहीं हो रही. सब लोगों को जो पेशेंट्स हैं उनको लेके भी नहीं जाया जा रहा. फिर भी numbers are going very high. Please do take care of yourself, take care of your family members also. अगर अवॉइड किया जा सकता है बाहर जाना, try to avoid as much as possible as you can. It's very important that you protect yourself. The number of cases are increasing and increasing at a very very high pace. You need to protect yourself. आपको एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली है, आपको एक मौका मिला है to clear the exam, to take care of your health. It is very very essential, very important. And अगर ये ऐसे situations चलते रहे तो दोबारा से लॉकडाउन इंट्रोड्यूस किया जा सकता है. इट्स नॉट अ बिग डील दैट, बिकॉज हेल्थ इज़ मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. इकॉनमी थोड़ा सा अपने आप को लोग रिवाइव कर भी लेंगे बाद में, लेकिन इकॉनमी के साथ साथ आपकी हेल्थ सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. बिकॉज आपकी हेल्थ है तो यू विल बी इन अ पोजिशन टू रिवाइव योर सेल्फ, योर फॉर्च्यून्स विल बी रिवाइव्ड. बट इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट दैट द थिंग्स शुड बी विद इन द कंट्रोल एंड शुड बी टेकिंग प्लेस. And आप different places from where you may be coming friends. एक बात तो श्योर है कि for example in the morning I was taking a class on plus, तो वहाँ पे भी every student were saying कि सर हमारी स्टेट में केसेस बढ़ रहे हैं, केसेस आर इंक्रीजिंग, majority of almost all the states. एंड मैं एक बात मानता हूँ कि आप लोगों की प्लेस में भी ऑलमोस्ट सेम ही चीज़ हो रही होगी. अगर पंजाब में बढ़ रहे हैं तो दूसरी जगह पे भी बढ़ ही रहे होंगे. दिस इज़ व्हाट आई कैन थिंक. Therefore, it is important to take care of yourself. If you take care of yourself, तो काफ़ी हद तक सक्सेस मिलने के चांसेस भी हो सकते हैं. तो therefore it is important to protect. तो बचना जरूरी है इस फेज में. मूव करते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. A is the answer for this. प्रॉब्लम, हाँ विकी, प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना यार कि कोई ऑप्शन भी नहीं बचा हुआ है. वी हैव टू स्टे इनसाइड. घर पे रहेंगे तो और फाइनेंशियल एंड अदर लॉसेस आर देयर फॉर वेरियस पर्सन्स. लेकिन द लॉस ऑफ ह्यूमन लाइफ कैन नॉट बी कंपनसेटेड फॉर एनीथिंग एल्स. सो आपका ह्यूमन लाइफ का लॉस हो रहा है तो उसका कंपनसेट करना कंपेरेटिवली मुश्किल हो जाएगा. इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट इन दैट रिगार्ड. क्वेश्चन 51. With reference to cultural history of India, consider the following statement regarding Madhubani painting. It finds mention in ancient Indian text of Ramayana. Second, the paintings are largely secular in nature and depiction of various objects that are taking place. Third, since the paintings have been confined to a limited geographic range, the theme as well as the style are more or less the same. Which of the following options are correct regarding the Madhubani painting? It is B, that is the answer. Yes, very good. Madhubani means the forest of honey. It is basically a style of the folk painting old enough to mention in various Asian texts, for example, Ramayana also. Also known as Mithila, the region is Mithila region of Bengal. Instead of the contemporary brushes, objects like twigs, matchsticks, and even fingers are basically being used to create the painting. It is found at different parts, for example, on apparels, on canvas, paper, canvas, other products also. The rag which is sung late in night, कौन सा राग है? शिखर क्या हुआ? The rag that is which is sung late in night is, जो रात को गाया जाता है, राग दरबारी, राग तोड़ी या टोडी, राग भोपाली, and rag beam palasi. Which of the following options are correct? It is A that is the answer. Ragtodi should be performed in the late morning, Bhopali being sung after the sunset. Veem Plasi should be sung in the late afternoon. Rag Darwari की जब बात करते हैं, it is basically sung deep into the night, considered as to be one of the more dangerous to the master, difficult to master. Rag Darwari is a rag in the Kannada family. It is thought to have originated in the Carnatic music and brought into North Indian music by Mian Tansin. The 16th century was basically a composer in the Mughal Emperor Mughal court. Question 53. Consider the following statement regarding theatre Ankiya Nat. Very, very important. It is a traditional Ankiya Nat के बारे में है. It is a traditional one-act play of Uttar Pradesh. It was started by Saint Shankardev in the 16th century AD. The masks are used to depict special expressions. Which of the following options are correct in this question? Very simple one. It is B that is the answer. The first statement is wrong in the regard that it belongs to UP and it belongs to Assam and not to UP. Started with the famous Vaishnav Saint Shankardev in 16th century, depicts very incidents of life of Lord Krishna. The unique feature is that theatre is the use of the mask that is basically made to depict the special expressions which are there. 54. Which of the following statement is correct regarding the Vesara architecture? The options that are available to us are: first, it was initiated by Pulkesin I. Second, the earliest example of this is Ravanfadi cave. Third, its hallmark is hybridization. Which of the following options are correct regarding the Vesara school of architecture? Very, very important question. Vesara School of Architecture. It is D that is the answer. It is basically developed in the southern part of Deccan Karnataka region and is basically a mixture of the Dravida and the Nagara style of temple architecture. Pulkesin I, he established the early Western Chalukya kingdom. It was patronized over this place in this regard. 55. Consider the following statement. First, its vegetation include dry scrub, dry and moist deciduous, wet evergreen forest, shola, grasslands and swamps. It includes the largest known population of two endangered animal species, namely Nilgiri teher and lion-tailed macaque. A majority of the flowering plants reported from the Western Ghat occur here, and the above refers to Periyar National Park, Ravikulam National Park, Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve, and Palni Hill National Park and Wildlife Sanctuaries. Which of the following options are correct in this regard? It is a Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. In this regard, vegetation वहाँ पे dry scrubs and everything is being present over there. The first biosphere reserve that was established in 1986 and embraces the sanctuary complex of Wayanad, Nagarhole, Bandipur and Mudumalai that is there in this part. The largest South Indian population of elephant, tiger, gaur, sambar, chital, etc. are found over here in this regard. 56. Which of the following statement is correct regarding the Operation Kachapa? And the options that are available to us in this regard are Operation Kachapa, Kachhapa. A. Operations to apprehend the poachers by deployment of the more forest officials. Second, operation to tackle illegal wildlife trade in border areas. Third, operation for the conservation of the olive redlet turtles, sea turtles. And D, operation to prevent the invasive species entering the forest ecosystem. Operation Kachapa, Kachhap, किसके लिए है? Yes, it is C that is the answer. For the conservation of the olive redlet turtles that is there. Operation Kachapa. 57. Puppetry और state. हमने देखना है कि which of the following are incorrectly matched. गलत कौन सा है? Puppetry. Tagalu Gombeyatta state आंध्र प्रदेश. रावण छाया राजस्थान. यमपुरी बिहार. कठपुतली उड़ीसा. कौन कौन से गलत मैच किए हुए हैं हमें ये देखना है. पपेट्री तगालू गोम्बेयात्ता आंध्र प्रदेश. रावण छाया राजस्थान. यमपुरी बिहार. कठपुतली उड़ीसा. I'll try, but again, possible. I think it is not possible. Still, I'll try. I think it is possible. Yes. Is it somewhat fine now? कुछ थोड़ा सा improve हुआ? चलो. Actually technically थोड़ा सा weak हूँ. Thank you अनिमल, आपने बताया तो इसका क्वेश्चन कोशिश किया, नहीं तो ऐसे बेचारे चलते रहते. अब थोड़ा पता लग गया तो थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे भी कर लिए करेंगे जहाँ से क्वेश्चन दिख ही रहा होगा. दैट्स थैंक यू वेरी मच. For question number 57, it is D that is the answer. 1, 2 and 4, they are wrongly matched. Tagalu Gombeyatta is basically from Karnataka, not from Andhra Pradesh. The unique feature of Tagalu Gombeyatta is the variation in the puppet size based upon the social status. Example, the king and the religious figures are characterized by large puppets. In the common people and servants की जब बात करते हैं उनको छोटा puppet की तरह होता है. रावण छाया is the shadow puppetry of the Odisha region. The puppets are basically made of deer skin and they depict the bold dramatic posture which are being presented. They do not have any joints that are attached to them. Yampuri, traditional rod puppetry of Bihar region. The puppets are made of wood and without any joints that are existing. Kathputli Rajasthan का है. Unique feature is the absence of the legs that are there. The strings are attached to the fingers of the puppeteers. Another question regarding puppetry. Consider the following statement regarding Indian puppetry which are correct. There was presence of puppets and excavation sites at Harappa and Mohenjo Daro. The oldest written reference to puppetry is found in Tamil classic Silappadikaram. Kathputli and Yampuri are the examples of string puppetry. Which of the following options are correct in this regard? It is C that is the answer. Harappa and Mohenjo Daro, you happen to see oldest written references from Silappadikaram. Third is incorrect because Kathputli is a string puppet. Yampuri is basically a rod puppet. एक string है और एक rod puppetry है. Which among the following pair are correctly matched with respect to the Northern Hemisphere? And the option are summer when the sun is directly overhead the equator. Winter solstice, the winter when the sun is at the Tropic of Capricorn. Spring when the sun is at the Tropic of Cancer. Which of the following options are equate? पहला summer, winter and spring season के context में. It is B that is the answer. Summer when the sun is directly overhead the Tropic of Cancer. The North Temperate Tropical experiences the summer season. Winter when the sun is at the Tropic of Capricorn, therefore the North Temperate region that would be experiencing the winter. Spring when the sun is directly overhead the equator. Autumn when the sun will be returning to the equator in that regard. वापस आ रहा होगा तो therefore the northern temperature zone they will be experiencing autumn region. Question 60. Consider the following statement regarding Lok Adalats, which are correct. It is a forum where the disputes cases pending in the court of law or at pre-litigation state are settled compromised amicably. They have been given the statutory status under the Legal Service Authorities Act 1987. They cater to the cases relating to matrimonial family disputes, criminal compoundable offences, land acquisition, etc. Which of the following options are correct? It is D that is the answer. All the options are correct in this regard. It is a forum basically where the disputes they are settled amicably. They have been given the statutory status, the Lok Adalats. Under the Act said that the award is basically deemed to be decree of the civil court and therefore is considered as final and binding on the parties also. And there is no appeal that would be lying before any court against the award. Question 61. Consider the following statement regarding the Indo Pacific Regional Dialogue, and we have to see which of the following options are correct. The first option, It was conceptualized by the United States in 2017 as a part of the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue. Second, the theme is the annual dialogue of this annual dialogue is the review of India's opportunities and challenges in the Indo Pacific region. For question number 61, it is B that is the answer. A continuation of the process of engaging the global strategic community. It was held, the second edition of Indo Pacific was held in 2019 in Delhi. 61. Consider the following statement regarding geographical indication GI status and registration of the products in India. And which of the following options are correct? It is a collective public right. Second, the geographical indication registration of the product in India is done under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The product of foreign origin cannot be given GI registration in India. Which of the following options are correct? It is B that is the answer. The first option is correct and second and third statements are incorrect. Second is incorrect because the Comptroller General of the Patent, Design and Trade Marks shall be the registrar of the GI tags under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and it is not under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Second, third statement is incorrect because the products of foreign region have been allowed for GI registration in India. For example, Pisco, liquor belonging to Peru, Scotch whiskey of UK, etc. Ultima Thule, seen in recent news in recently, is related to Commercial Resupply Service mission to the International Space Stations, new planets discovered by NASA, NASA's new Mars landers, Trans-Neptuninn object located in the Kuiper belt. Which of the following options are correct? अपने आप sui generis. Basically, D that is the answer. NASA's New Horizon spacecraft that was to visit Pluto in 2015 is approaching the next target, the Kuiper belt billion miles beyond Pluto, the nicknamed as Ultima Thule. 64. Who is eligible for the free legal aid in India? Women, persons in custody and SC/ST. Which of the following options are correct? फ्री लीगल एड के लिए कौन कौन एलिजिबल है? It is D that is the answer. All of these. Women and children, SC/ST, industrial workmen, victims of mass disaster, persons in custody having income not exceeding 50,000, persons with disability, victim of traffic in human beings, etc. All of them are eligible. 65. Consider the following statement regarding National Company Law Tribunal (NCLT). First, it was set up under the Companies Act 2013. Second, the appeal against the order of the tribunal lies only in the Supreme Court. Which of the following options are correct in this regard? Yes, it is A, that is the answer. The second statement is wrong because decisions of the NCLT may be appealed to National Company Law Appellate Tribunal. The decisions of the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal may be appealed to the Supreme Court and the point of view. The Supreme Court has upheld the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code in its entirety. 66. Anti-sedition law has been in news recently. Consider the following statement regarding it and which of the following options are correct. And the options are: the offence of sedition is provided under section 124A of the Indian Penal Code 1860. Second, the law was originally drafted by Thomas Macaulay. Third, it provides for punishment to the person who excite disaffection towards the government established by law in India. Which of the following options are correct? For 66, it is D, that is the answer. All the options are correct. Offences provided under section 124A. It was drafted by Macaulay, introduced later on in 1870 in the IPC. It provides for maximum punishment of life imprisonment to the person and other things. If disaffection is being produced, words, signs, visible representation, or by any other method that is there. 67. What are the sources of internal heat of the earth? The options that are available to us are: residual heat of accumulation, the extra terrestrial impact, trickling of heavy metals through the mantle into the core, radioactive decay of long-lived radioactive isotopes. Which of the following options are correct for question number 67? For question number 67, it is D, that is the answer. All the options are correct in this regard. D. Earth's internal heat source provides energy for our dynamic planet, therefore supplying it with the driving force for plate tectonic motions that are taking place, and also for the ongoing catastrophic events such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, etc. 68. Muhammad Ali Jinnah in March 1929 gave 14 points safeguarding the rights and interests of the Muslims. Which of the following were included in the 14 points? Federal Constitution with residuary powers to the provinces, 1/3 of the Muslim representation in the central legislature, separation of Sindh from Bombay, No separate electorates but joint electorates with seats reserved for the Muslims? Very simple question. It is C that is the answer. उन्होंने सेपरेट इलेक्ट्रेट्स के ऊपर अड़े थे, ऐसा नहीं कि नो सेपरेट इलेक्ट्रेट्स, ये गलत हो गई. सेपरेट इलेक्ट्रेट वाली बात पे ही वो अड़ गए थे अपनी. नहीं, कंफ्यूजन वाली बात ही नहीं है. थोड़ा सा रिवाइज करोगे तो प्रशांत हो जाएगा. ठीक. 69. Which of the following is a correct statement regarding champion service sector initiative of the government? First, it aims to enhance the competitiveness of India's service sectors, thereby creating more jobs in India, contributing to higher GDP and export of services to the global market. Second, a target to raise the share of India's service sector in the global service export to 2% by 2022. Third, food processing sector is identified as one of the champion service sector. Which of the following options are correct? It is A that is the answer. The second statement is incorrect because share of service sector, the global service was 20 into 3.3% 15. Based upon this initiative, other things were being envisaged to be achieved by 2022. The champion service sector referred to 12 identified sectors. The government wants to give focused attention basically for promoting their development and realizing their potential also. These includes information technology and information technology enabled service, tourism, hospitality services, medical value travel, transport and logistics services, accounting and finance services, audiovisual services, legal services, communication services, construction etc. जहाँ पे ज़्यादा employment generate कर सकते हैं. Disguised unemployment occurs with the number of unemployed labor exceed employed labor in the industry. Second, due to the paradox of simultaneous existence of high unemployed and skilled labor. Third, when additional labor do not contribute to the outputs. And fourth, when there is a job vacancies in the industries despite the producing full output. Very simple question. बहुत बार ऐसे क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. It is C that is the answer. Very simple question. जब लोग है तो वहाँ पे काम करने के लिए 5 लोग चाहिए लेकिन 8 लोग काम कर रहे हैं. 3 people are working but they are not contributing to the economic output. 71. Which of the following statement is correct regarding the National Rural Economic Transformation Project NRETP? And the option available to us are it is an initiative of rural landless laborers to increase their income. It is an initiative to promote women-owned and women-led farm and non-farm enterprises in rural areas. It is an initiative to promote organic farming and non-toxic pesticides to improve the quality of products and land, ultimately leading to increased income for rural households. D. This initiative has been launched to provide direct benefit transfer to the most economic backward sections of rural India. Which of the following options are correct for question number 71? It is B, that is the answer. The key focus of the project will be to promote women owned and women led farm and non farm enterprises across value chain. Therefore, it will be in a position to enable them to build businesses that will help them access finance, market, and network, and also in a position to generate employment. 72. The apparent flattening of the sun's disk at sunrise and sunset is due to. And the option available to us are formation of a mirage on ground, halo effect on the sun, cloud iridescence lenses. Which of the following options are correct? क्यों होता है वो? थोड़ा ध्यान से करना. It is D, that is the answer. The first is incorrect because a mirage has nothing to do with the flattening of the sun's disk. उसका कोई link ही नहीं है. Second is incorrect because the halo is an optical phenomenon produced by light interacting with ice crystals which are suspended in the atmosphere, resulting in the wide variety of colored or white rings, arcs, or spots that are occurring in the sky. It is not the reason for flattening of the disk. Third is incorrect because the cloud iridescence is the occurrence of the color in the cloud similar to those basically seen in the oil films or puddles or similar to the irradiation. 73. Consider the following statement regarding Krishi Knowledge Based Resource Information System Hub for Innovation in Agriculture. And the option available to us are: it is an initiative of ICAR. It aims to bring its knowledge resource to all stakeholders at one place. The third, the portal is being developed as a crystallized data repository system of ICAR consisting of technology, data generated through experiments, a survey, observational studies, geospatial data, publication, resource, learning resources, etc. Which of the following options are correct in this regard? The flattening is, friends, basically taking due to the refraction that is there. Atmospheric refraction की वजह से flattening होता है. Yes, it is D, that is the answer. All the options are correct in this regard. It is an initiative of ICER to bring its knowledge resource to all the stakeholders at one place. The portal is basically being developed as a centralized data repository system of ICER consisting of technology, data generated, etc. 74. Apart from bacteria, which of the following living species may be involved in the nitrogen cycle in our atmosphere? And the options that are available to us are animals, green plants, humans. Which of the following options are correct? (74). It is D that is the answer. All the above options are correct. The plants, they generally take up the nitrates and nitrites and convert them into amino acid, which are basically used to make proteins. These proteins and other complex compounds are subsequently consumed by animals. Once the animals or the plant it would be dying, other bacteria in the soil will convert the various compounds of nitrogen back into nitrates and nitrites. The different type of bacteria will be converting the nitrates and nitrites into elemental nitrogen that would be there. Next, 75. With respect to Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, consider the following statements which are correct. The Government of India published PFRDA after independence for providing income support to freedom fighters. Second, it is established under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Which of the following options are correct in this regard? It is D that is the answer. None of the statement is correct. It is a statutory body. PFDR is the Pension Regulator of India, which was established by the Government of India and was authorized by Ministry of Finance. Like other financial sector regulators namely RBI, SEBI, IRDI, etc., PFRDA is a government regulatory body having the executive, legislative and the judicial powers which are existing over there. (76) Sandalwood, Kher, Kusum, Arjun, Mulberry, which are commercially important trees, are found in tropical deciduous forest, tropical evergreen forest and mountain deserts. Which of the following options are correct? Very important question and a simple one too. Very good. One only. The first is correct. The teak is the most dominant species of the deciduous region. It is found in dry deciduous forest, sal, peepal, neem, etc. In moist deciduous, once mentioned in the question grows. The second is incorrect because in evergreen forest, the commercially important trees are ebony, mahogany, rosewood, rubber, chinchua grows. Silver fir, junipers, pines, birches, etc. They basically are the common trees of the montane forest which are found. 75. What is the objective of the recently concluded Saksham, that is Sanrakshan Shamta Mahotsav? To promote adoption of the solar devices to conserve electricity in agricultural farms. Second, creating focused attention on fuel conservation through people-centric activities. Third, enhancing forest cover through community participation in tree plantation activities. And D, conservation of coastline by promoting mangroves plantation through community participation, which is correct. For question 77, it is B that is the answer. It is an annual flagship event of the Petroleum Conservation Research Association under the aegis of the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Friends, before we move forward, any student want to ask anything regarding UPSC preparation? आप कुछ UPSC preparation के regarding में पूछना चाह रहे हैं, so we can discuss upon that and then we can be moving forward. And friends, do take an initiative and do attend the Unacademy summit that is taking place. That's very important summit. It's a once an opportunity that is there. You need to attend this summit. You can register yourself if you have not registered as of now. आप अभी अपने आप को register कर सकते हैं. It's an opportunity to have the views of various people who have become successful in life by the grace of God and by their hard work. The same success you should also be in a position to achieve it. No, you do not get extra pages in the mains exam. Public administration, basically you can read Avasti and Maheshwari, Mohit Bhattacharya, Fadia and Fadia, these are the reference books. But important thing is IJPA issues are very much Indian Institute of Public Administration, the Indian Journal of Public Administration. Do read those also. That's very important. Art and culture, if you want to order my book, तो आप मेरे से भी book ले सकते हैं. I have my own book. You can just message me on this number. We would be in a position to help you out on this regard. The summit that would be taking place, आपको register करना पड़ेगा. जैसे ही register करोगे, automatically you will get the link और फिर आपको वो वहाँ पे summit मिल जाएगा. It's बहुत ज़बरदस्त चीज़ हो रही है यार. You are in a position to get an access to n number of different people. For example, यार ये DP अग्रवाल साहब हैं, ex UPSC chairman. He will be in a position to guide you बेटा कि बेटा यार UPSC में इंटरव्यू के टाइम के ऊपर आपसे क्या एक्सपेक्टेशन करी जा सकती है. That can be something that can be superb. That can be done at that point of time. X different persons. For example, these persons, they have achieved a great thing. Kapil Dev, Pranab Mukherjee, Rajkumar Rao, etc. And they've been able to achieve something that is really great. हाँ, आपको automatically उसका access मिल जाएगा. But आपको access के लिए आपको register भी करना पड़ेगा. That's also equally important. And whenever you have any student who is planning to join the Plus platform, they can use my referral code Maluka Sir YT. That is YouTube और Maluka 10. your referral code यहाँ पे आपको नजर आ रहा है. आप इस कोड को यूज करके आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं Unacademy. Not only this, but if you want to discuss anything with me, I've given my number 9910133084. You can also leave a message, WhatsApp message, writing that you are a student at Unacademy and you are watching the class on Plus platform. अगर कुछ ज़रूरत हुई आपको तो हम वही हेल्प करने की कोशिश करेंगे. On the Telegram group I'm there. The name of the group is by the name Maluka Sir. It has been there, posted in that regard. Definitely you can write to me on the Telegram group. WhatsApp पे ज़्यादा preferable रहेगा अगर आप लिखेंगे. कोई भी doubt है तो we would be there to help you and guide you in that regard only. But do remember to use the referral code Maluka Sir YT or Maluka 10 to get an additional discount on all the courses which are being run on the Plus platform. And definitely attend the Unacademy summit that is taking place. That's a very good opportunity for everyone to be present over there. मूव करते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे, क्वेश्चन नंबर 78 आई थिंक. Yes. Carbon monoxide can be found in and the options that are available to us in this regard are incomplete burning of petrol and diesel, naturally in groundwaters and ice caps, third, operation of a kitchen stove in enclosed space, and D, eruption of volcanoes. Which of the following options are correct in this regard? बस अभी 80 तक करेंगे, 2 क्वेश्चन और करेंगे. It is D that is the answer. The second is incorrect because it is carbon dioxide and not carbon monoxide, which is found naturally in groundwater, ice cap, or in the glacier. 79. We employ a parallel circuit in our homes because different equipments need different amount of current. Second, in a series circuit, if one component fails, none of the component works. C. It is difficult to locate the malfunctioning components in a series circuit. Which of the following options are correct? It is D that is the answer. The circuit are parallel circuits that are there in our homes, with each equipment being different resistant according to the needs of the currents that are being there. 80. Why the color of the candle flame yellow whereas the flame of the kitchen stove is blue? The temperature in candle flame is higher than that of the kitchen stove. The amount of the fuel burning per unit of time is very less in the candle as compared to kitchen stove. The fuel burns completely in a stove and has better exposure to oxygen than in the candle. And D, both A and B.